going on, y'all? Now I'm saying we back at it here with another podcast. You know, got Kashawn, Ken, you know, we got Bree here, saying she had to come out right quick. Her connection's a little messed up, but I'm saying she be right back. I'm
Yeah.
saying we here to give y'all guys, I'm saying, more insight like we did last week, like we did 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? You know, we here to speak on a few topics. Ken will get right into it.
Yes, yes. Thank y'all again for joining for another week. We back at it again. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so what we're gonna talk about straight to the point. First thing first, the Leonard the Plug and Adam 22 situation. Now, if y'all don't know, for the audience watching, that situation was basically regarding his wife, who him and his wife, which is Leonard the Plug, she's like a porn star, whatever the case may be, OnlyFans type of chick. So she made a video with another guy, and her husband gave her permission to do it, but then he ended up regretting it later on. So basically, I just want to see everyone's opinions regarding that situation. So who wants to go first?
All right, why don't you go first, Ken? You know what I'm saying? Since you
Oh,
was back
all right.
there.
Yeah. No problem, no problem. So my honest opinion about that situation, bogus. Because if that's your wife, why would you allow her to get penetrated by another man? Now, what about if she could never look at intercourse with you the same because she don't have it with another dude? You know what I'm trying to say? So that big piece that people marry for. You get what I'm trying to say? Because they say you're not supposed to do that unless you marry, right? So that big part of that is broken. There's no security as far as that. So I feel like he was wrong for that, and I feel like she was wrong too for even doing it. Even though her husband gave her the okay, he could have just been saying okay just to see what she was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So they both
Right.
bogus for that. You know,
Yeah,
because
I'm
she
not.
knows
I'm
she
not.
was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I completely agree. You know what I'm saying? Both parties is morally incorrect, whether they see it is okay or not. You know what I'm saying? Morally incorrect as far as what marriage goes at. However, however a relationship should go, you know, it's morally incorrect.
Yeah, my honest opinion, they should just break up, divorce, cause the moment your wife has sex with a whole nother man, like over, like just cut it.
Mm,
Like even if you gave her permission, if she still like she has full control of her own body. If she
right.
willingly like went out and did that stuff, then nah, just cut it.
And it's out in the world for everybody to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
What you think about that situation, Bree?
What was the situation again?
That Leonard the Plug and Adam 22 situation regarding his wife having sex with another man, but he gave her permission to do it,
Oh, perfect.
all
Did
for money.
wait, so he told her that she can do it and he would give her money for it?
No, because that's what they do to get money.
Oh, they be okay. So no.
he brought his
They're,
wife a lamb truck after the fact.
oh, after she did what she did?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow. I mean, well damn. If that's how they get down, that's how they get down. Everybody's different. There's swingers in the world. There's people who do that type of stuff. So who are we to judge? Just like how people have two wives, some people have three, some people have four. We can't judge them. That's their way of life.
Okay.
I mean, in a way, I can understand because it's all about perspective.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But can we all agree that that shit is morally incorrect? Like, you know what I'm saying,
Wait,
like,
wait, wait, hold up. So, was she getting anything in return for having sex with a whole
Yeah,
nother?
clout, views,
attention
and money.
That's crazy.
that's the stuff that a lot of these celebrities do to stay relevant. You know?
What do they do to like? What do you mean?
Wait. All right. In turn, since I don't want to get too general because we're talking about this currently
Mm,
situation, you know what I'm saying? I personally think that like although like it was okay, it was like more for like attention and relevancy. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because they at the end of the day, they could have did whatever they did behind closed doors, but they decided to make it into a porno.
Oh, okay. So wait, backtrack. So they recorded it. It's like,
That's why I said it's on the internet for everybody to see. It's a porno.
oh, so it's on his wife getting did is on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I didn't even
Okay.
know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That yeah, me neither. I didn't know that was occurring. Um. Well, I mean, like I said, everybody's different. Everybody do their own thing, and we can't say it's morally incorrect because everybody has different morals. Everybody.
It's,
It's just that some people like the general thing, like, oh, it's something is like a good thing to do, like by popular, like if everybody thinks that that's the right thing to
popular,
do, that
popular opinion.
right, we think that that's morally correct, but sometimes it's not in other people's
Right.
eyes. So, but
True.
that situation is wild though. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Giving
Well, I get it.
Dudes,
What?
dudes is disrespecting Adam 22 about that. Like, can I get next?
huh?
Yeah.
All right. So let's just switch it up a little bit. So men in a group, how would y'all feel if your wife, like, would y'all ever give your wife the opportunity if that was the way that y'all made money?
No,
No, I
no.
think, like I said, on my moral compass, I feel like both parties are smarter than to, you know what I'm saying, delude themselves for those type of actions. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
Okay.
You know? Like,
All right.
why must y'all? Because at that point, you know what I'm saying? At that point, it's prostitution. You feel me?
Mm, I get it. It makes sense.
Nah,
Really.
in a way, it's digital prostitution. Let's just call it that. Digital prostitution.
Mm,
Know what I'm saying? And you feel me? If you smart, then you know you wouldn't have to stoop yourself that low to do that type of say. But then for different people,
mm-hmm.
people that have different livelihoods, maybe people don't have that option. You understand? But since we're talking about these people in this case, from what we can all see, you know, it's not the only option.
true. He got a whole YouTube channel that's.
Yeah, for me. So if they have to do shit like that, honestly, that shit should have been in private.
Mm, okay. Okay. So y'all ready for? Oh wait, before I even go, so women, well, Bree, you're the only woman right now. So if your husband or your boyfriend gave you the opportunity, and that was your job or whatever the case may be, but you was only doing it with your husband, but he gave you the opportunity to do it with another guy, would you do it?
And that's my job already.
Yeah,
So basically, I'm already out here. Just so it's already being recorded.
yeah, but it's just you and your husband.
But then my husband say, I mean, if it's a job already, and he says go and do it. Oh, and that's my husband though. Damn, the husband thing is kind of throwing it off. But if he's saying go do it, go make your money, who's paying me? He's paying me to do it.
No, no, no. The amount of views that it get is going to be the determining factor. So just average just $100,000.
Oh, it's just perfect. So if it's just $100,000 and my husband is saying go do it, and that's already my job, I'm already comfortable slinging that. So then I guess it's like, what's the difference? Like, what's the difference at that point? Because it's just like if that's already my job at that point, that's her livelihood.
My thing is, what you gonna do when her kids find out?
If your kid already gonna see her mama getting smacked out by her daddy, so it's different.
But
Now,
that's regular. But what about your
Like,
mommy
like
getting
right,
what
slapped
you do?
out by a
Like what
big
you?
by
toe?
another man,
Like
and
what
you're
you
gonna be like,
doing?
what? Your
Like
daddy
what
get
you doing if you go to school and you like? I seen your daddy on the, your mother on the internet. She got this, that, and the third. Ha 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 ha.
yeah, but like as a mother, why would you even do that? Like, why is that even your lifestyle to begin with? You understand what I'm saying? So,
Thanks.
and
Some
clearly,
people do it for the finances.
your husband don't care if he's telling you to go do it. Why is your husband telling you to go get slapped out by next dude?
A lot of red flags, if you ask me.
Yeah,
All right, so let's go on to the Kiki Palmer situation. Basically, we all know Disney sensation Kiki Palmer. So basically, the situation she had was she went to a Usher concert, right? And at the concert, they was dancing on each other. Anybody stop me if I'm wrong. And while they
he
was dancing on each other,
was
she was
staring.
dressing a little bit flirty too.
She
I'm
just had a
sorry, bro. I didn't hear you.
no. He was serenading her, like it was like he was singing to her, and they were
Oh,
just close, like them.
yeah.
Hmm.
So what her boyfriend did, he went
Yeah,
on social media, posted something that was distasteful because he
yeah.
disagreed with her actions. So what do y'all think about that situation?
I'm curious to hear what y'all think, so I'm gonna let y'all.
Also, my fault to cut you off, Bree.
Mhm.
Also, social media began to slander him and defended Kiki Palmer. I just had to add that in there.
Yes,
It was a mix, but 90% of the people defended Kiki and the 10% of people defended the boy.
yes.
So
All right,
who wants to start this one?
so why did they defend Kiki? Like, what was their reason?
Woman power, woman empowerment movement. Y'all know that's so going strong these days.
Bruh.
You feel me?
It's not necessarily women empowerment. It's more so like she didn't genuinely. She really didn't do anything wrong because as she's very heavy on the internet now. So you can kind of like her attitude is very like very much she's out there. She's a very outgoing person. She makes jokes and stuff. So her
Hmm.
attitude really wasn't that far off like from what she acted like in like during the Usher concert. So being that she's a new mother, she just gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. Nobody really saw the issue of her going to an Usher concert. And if you go to an Usher concert and Usher is there and he's serenading you, he's just singing to you. What's the issue? You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like when men, right? When y'all dudes want to go to a strip club and people be shaking it on you. You know what I mean? And aggressively shaking it on y'all. So it's like, what's the difference? Because she went to a concert, because she had on a little, probably like a little cute dress that probably exposed the little thing. You know what I mean? But well, not men go to strip clubs with women who are half naked with the coon out and they're straight shaking it on y'all. I think that's disrespectful if you ask me.
okay. Now I have a question, and this is just for everyone. If you or a significant other goes out and you see them dancing on a celebrity or a celebrity dancing on them and they liking it, how would y'all feel about that?
All right,
Would
do what you do. Don't come home
like
to
what
me.
would y'all reactions be? Yeah,
Nah,
go ahead, Christian.
that's crazy. I'll just be shaking my head like, all right, but you do what you do.
All right, all right. What about you, KJ? What would you do in that situation if you see a girlfriend out and she's getting danced on by a celebrity and she's liking it?
My thing is, I feel like as my thing is, the baby father was wrong for even choosing her as a partner, knowing the status she has and what she does. You feel
Okay.
me? I believe that's an imbalance, especially
Mm,
Mm.
especially if you're not making the money she making.
wow,
I mean,
that was a good one.
so
hold on. I got a question. Was she already making more money than him, like before they got together?
a fact.
Precisely, precisely.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
fact. So I believe that when women tend to make more partners, they feel dominance in the relationship. Therefore, they may do certain things without regard for their significant other.
Yeah, I agree to a certain extent. That doesn't make it okay. Just because you make more money.
I kept it general because I said it as to what everybody could understand. You know,
Yeah, but for those that know, if you know, you know. Just
facts.
because, just because you know what I'm saying, you make more money, that doesn't make you the man in a relationship. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So, and just because you're the man and you make less money, that doesn't make you the feminine one in a relationship or the woman in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of who makes what amount of money, it's still morals that you have to go by and
Hmm.
ways that you got to carry yourself. So I had a question, right, for everyone in this group. Do y'all think that he carries himself as a man by going on social media and promoting what he posted?
No.
Absolutely, I believe absolutely not. Because if you want to make a point to someone who has all these followers and already caught up with their ego, stooping down to their level ain't gonna solve a problem.
Hmm.
It was just sassy and it was just very much impulsive and it was just very much like you could have said that in a text.
I'm
You
not
wanted
gonna lie.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. Both parties is wrong because what she did was impulsive too. You know what I'm saying?
what you
Why
mean?
you say that?
For me, because even though she was serenading to her, at the end of the day, she could made the choice to do it or not do it. Therefore, it's impulsive.
But here's what I'm saying. What
Wait,
really
wait, wait. I want you to acknowledge that's an irrefutable fact. Can't deny that. She was
what?
a was that she made the choice to let him sing on
Wait a
him.
minute. Every person in this world has a choice, right? Everybody has a choice. She made the choice to go to the concert. She made the choice to see Usher and he sang, right? She made the choice to even wear the outfit.
It's
We don't know
impulsive
what she
decisions. You know,
huh?
they did what they felt right. Everybody did. They both did what they felt right at that intended moment to
No,
feel
but
like
she probably did it for the simple fact that she is a new mother and she probably wanted to wear the dress that she wore, not for attention, probably for herself. Not every time a woman puts something on is for everybody else. Sometimes it's for your own self confidence.
that.
Right? So instead of uplifting the woman that he had, he chose to tear her down because his ego was hurt. Not
Okay.
Oh,
We'll wait for her to come back.
yeah.
But know what I'm saying, as I was saying before, know what I'm saying, whether he put her up or put her down, I believe that both decisions and both parties was impulsive. They did what they felt right at that very moment. Whether he felt like, because obviously we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So they both obviously made impulsive decisions. Like she had the choice to go to that Usher concert to put on whatever she put on. To me, at that point, when she already went to the concert, what she had on didn't even matter. Because at the end of the day, when you famous, you feel me? It's what your decisions matter, not what you got on. Because
Right.
she's already a woman of value. So people gonna look at her anyway.
All right. So what
So
you think about the situation, Kassan? That's some real shit you just said, QJ. I'm gonna lie.
Shoot, honestly, like he should have just stayed to himself.
it's a fact.
Mm.
Like
He should have chose a different woman.
that,
Mm. Okay. What makes you say that though?
Me?
Oh,
I
both of y'all. Like as far as staying to yourself.
because like the thing that he posted, like that was just pure feminine energy from how I'm looking,
Mm.
was
and as a man, like of course you go through a whole bunch of things, but like like what he did just was not masculine whatsoever. Like my
like we
God.
already be held down for being masculine. They gonna hate you even more for not being masculine.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So at least what you could do, feel me, no bash to you. If you see this, no bash to you. But feel me, real shit, I think you should have stayed in your frame. You could have talked to her whenever you seen her, but not take none of the social media. For all my
Mm-hmm.
dudes, you dealing with a woman, You got problems. Know what I'm saying? I was just talking to my mans about this the other day. Don't ever put your problems on social media. Know what I'm saying? That should stay up there forever for one. And it's a track where everybody's watching what you do. So you gotta always hold yourself up to the standard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You going on social media, you kind of making yourself look weak. Because the fact that you with Kiki Palmer, that's a flex right there. You get what I'm trying to say?
Real
So
shit.
to go and post on social media, it just like make you look weak. Now all the chicks gonna be looking like this that type of, he a sassy dude. Like what
Like
B just called him?
on some
Sassy.
real shit. Because I'm not gonna lie, women don't completely always think it through. You know what I'm saying? So like she
Wait,
could
as far as what though?
like you know what I'm saying. She probably didn't think it was nothing that serious, even though she probably should have thought it through more. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm
But
speaking
why?
as far as the dude.
Not,
But why she gotta think about going to a concert?
my thing is, if you like personally, if you ask me, if you a woman, like not even if you a woman, if you in a relationship with somebody, for what I understand, was they not in a relationship? Let me know if I'm wrong.
I know that's her. Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so if you're in a relationship, you should at least. I think that you should at least have the awareness to consider your partner's feelings, by how
Mm-hmm.
that may look, because it's not what you do, it's how it looks at the end of the day.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Whether what she was trying to do was like may have not been that serious, but let's be mindful, millions of people watch her moves every day, and not to mention her family and his family. So you already know when people talk, you know what I'm saying? People, you know what I'm saying? Batteries start getting put in their back. People start feeling this, that, and the third. So, like I was saying before, when you wasn't really here, you gotta watch your move and how things look. Extremely important.
but when it
Mm,
comes to that, I hear you and I agree with you saying. But when it comes to men getting the battery put in their back, that's not a manly behavior.
Facts.
As a man, you're just supposed to stand on what you stand on. It's
Right.
not. It's not supposed to be to where people could sway your opinion. To where one day you agree with this, and next day you agree with that. You get what I'm saying? It's
Right.
okay
mhm.
to learn through new things. It's okay to be open to other
Facts.
perspectives. But you have to get to a point as a man where you know your morals and you go by that.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Nobody's saying that it was not okay for him to feel how he felt, but it's just like we said, the way that he did it, and he just messed up all communication. Like, why would you, knowing the platform she had, why would you post that talking about you're a
Real,
mom? Like, what
real
does
shit.
being a mom have to do with anything? You could have texted her, waited till she got home, and you could have checked her about it. Not saying he couldn't have checked her. He could have checked her about it and be like, yo, what are you out here doing? You making me look crazy. But to put it on the internet, you're not only jeopardizing her career because people are getting into her personal business, but you're also like ruining what y'all got as well.
like,
Yeah, like
and
oh,
shout out.
some like shout out to you for me. Like I like I was about to say the same thing, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Cause on some real shit, you
Hmm.
know, like that's like what he did, whether he was wrong or right. But when you active in a relationship, like for me, like nothing should be like put out in the open. You know,
Yeah.
'cause at the end of the day, feel me? Whatever qualities they had for each other, they chose each other for
Yeah.
whatever it was. And you know what I'm saying? Feel me? Dude was completely out of line for even if she was wrong. Feel me? Even if feel me, regardless of whatever she did, feel me? It's not what you do, it's what you react to. And honestly, how you reacted matters more than what she did and the
Yeah.
public eye.
Yeah. Word. He did a lot.
I'm sorry, Bree. No offense, but I was going to say shout out Sinful to P because this is what I learned from this brother. This brother
Oh,
told
we all told two totally
when it
different things.
comes to when it comes to situations like this, what this brother just did, you don't emotionally react because when you emotionally react, you make irrational decisions because you're in your feelings. So what you're supposed to do when you feel it coming on you, whatever the case may be, you're supposed to mentally respond. You're supposed to think as many possible outcomes and ways that this could go. I'm sure if he would have mentally responded and took time out, he would have thought about the choice that he was about to make by going on social media, and he probably would have realized that it would have probably more than likely backfired towards him because he's a nobody. And they like Kiki Palmer. They like jumping. They like certain movies that she played in Aquila and the Bee. You know what I'm saying? So of course
Right.
they're gonna take us whether she right or wrong. So it's just about emotionally, not emotionally reacting and mentally responding, y'all.
Real shit.
So we're gonna just do a vote real quick. Um, we're gonna say I'm just going to circle real quick. If you feel like Kiki Palmer was wrong, if you feel like the boyfriend was wrong, or do you feel like they both were wrong? I'm gonna just start off with Bree real quick. What do you think?
I think the boyfriend was wrong.
Okay, that's it.
We gotta choose one. Okay, we
Yeah,
gotta choose one, right?
just one. So out of the three, Kiki Palmer, the boyfriend, or both? And then Kashawn, what do you think?
Shoot, both. They both could have made better choices. They both could have thought things through. Just the little things that adds up to the big things is what matters most.
All right, and what you think, QJ?
I have to go with both because you know what I'm saying. As I said before, it's not what you do; it's how it looks. You gotta make sure everything you do is calculated. You know, mentally respond as what you were saying. So yeah, both.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with the boyfriend was wrong. For like Kiki Palmer wasn't really wrong in that situation because for a guy to move how he was moving, of course she gonna want to go out and dance with Usher because the guy that she got back home is moving in a feminine nature. You get what I'm trying to say? In an emotional nature. So if you're the type to go on social media and be emotional, imagine how he is in the crib. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that's what
crazy.
brought her to really move how she did. So that's why I say the guy. But what
Yeah.
do y'all think about semen retention?
Huh?
I guess I'll start it off. As
Oh,
far as
wait, who wants to explain this to Bree? Because that
I,
was
I explain it. All right. So semen retention. You know
Oh,
what I'm
you said
saying?
semen retention. I know what that is.
All right. All
Yeah.
right, so I'm gonna explain it to the people who don't know, for the people who's watching. So semen retention is for as a dude, you practicing abstinence. You know what I'm saying? As in having no sexual contact with anybody. You know what I'm saying? No masturbating, shit like that. You know, and the result of it is you have more energy. You know what I'm saying? You're less nervous around other people when you're in those conversations. Your more masculine nature comes out of you. You know, shit like that.
Hmm. So people do this to gain those benefits, basically.
Yeah,
That
because
and to practice discipline, because nowadays being undisciplined is viewed as
all common.
norm. You know, it's popular to not be disciplined. It's popular to act irrationally and things like that. So when you practice stuff like semen retention, everybody looks at you weird. Like, structure. Why can't you just go out and do stuff?
Like, like, Let me. Maybe I could give you an example. Haven't you ever know like? Haven't you like? If you like, as you as a woman, haven't you ever like? You know what I'm saying? You notice somebody who seems more innate framed than maybe the other group of the crowd.
No.
Well, I'm saying.
Dude, she's in New York, bro. That's why.
Okay. Well, those would be some of the benefits of someone who practice semen retention. You know what
all
I'm
Do
right.
you
saying?
think it really works? Like it really, like it has? Well,
Well,
have any of y'all practiced that?
all
I'm
right,
sorry to cut you off. I was
good.
going to just ask a question for the brothers in here. So, have y'all ever been on a period where y'all was low on semen, whatever the case may be, because y'all was overly sexually active, and then where was it a difference once you slowed it down? Does anyone have any experience to share regarding that?
I'll go ahead and go first. So
All right.
that's like I maybe went on a 3 month period when I was like 17. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I maybe gained like for me like I was stronger after like the first 2 weeks. For me, I started like I allowed more energy to me. I could get more of the stuff I need to do throughout the day. I noticed that like as far as like me like speaking to different people, like I come across as like more serious. Not saying I wasn't really serious before, but people would like mention to me like, "Oh, like you different today." I guess for whatever case may be, like you'll get like a about yourself.
Mm.
But times that like, but like, but like when you don't practice shit like that, like I guess like you become like a lesser version of yourself. You know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Does anyone else have any history when it comes to practicing semen retention?
Oh yeah, but so the closest thing I can relate to QJ is like overly like expending your energy. So like working out too much or like just doing too many things at the same time. Like
Mm-hmm.
mind gets all jumbled up and think straight. You lack motivation and all that crazy stuff, right? And then when you
Mm-hmm.
do get that energy back, like it seems like you're on top of the like it feels like you're on top of the world. Like you can do anything, you know? And
Mm.
practicing semen retention, like you're not only strengthening like you're basically just training your mind to not um act out of like impulse and emotion and things like that. That's basically what it is, you know?
Right. So
You know?
my history when it comes to my fault, you good, bro.
Yeah, like you're teaching yourself to shoot, you can go.
Nah, my fault if I helped made you lose your train of thought. But basically, my history when it came to semen retention, I had some issues regarding, you know what I'm saying, not being overly sexual, overly lustful. You get what I'm trying to say? And it was due to lack of sexual discipline, if that makes sense. So what ended up happening is, I'll come across YouTube videos, and shout out Spiritual Soul, you know what I'm saying? So basically watching his videos and seeing the impact on you. My face all broken out, you get what I'm trying to say? I'm just not really like myself. I'm doing everything out of impulse. I'm not really like I don't have no structure. I just live like day by day, whatever the case may be. So it wasn't until I tried seeking retention, maybe about 3 months, 4 months, and then I started noticing a change. First off, every girl I seen, I wasn't just automatically thirsty in the beginning. You know what I'm trying to say? Or looking at them in a sexual way. I started like just respecting women for women. You know what I'm saying? Not just on no sexual level. Also, I noticed the acne went away. So my skin really cleared up a lot. The quality of sleep was better, and the amount of energy that I had was like 10 times the amount I had when I was at my lowest regarding like lust and all that type of stuff. So I did notice a change, and I suggest like if you're going through any issues regarding that, porn addiction, all that type of stuff, practice female retention because all that is a lack of discipline and impulse and moving on impulse. And you can't move on impulse. You gotta think before you do things because everything that you do comes with a consequence.
Facts, bro.
All right, so you got anything regarding semen retention?
I really don't go through that issue. Like talking about like the urge. It's like the urge, right?
Oh,
Nah, it's just wasting your seed, bro.
I don't really be going through that.
All right. So next, what are y'all views on men becoming more feminine and women becoming more masculine? Who wants to start that off?
Want me to start?
Anybody, you good?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It don't bother me because it's like it ain't got nothing to do with me. If the roles is
Mm,
swapped, it's like
okay.
mind your business. If it don't concern you, why are you bothered? Like for the people that's bothered by you.
I got a question though. So what about your kids or your family members or your siblings that gotta go through, you know, that situation?
What like if they all that like if they want to be gay, lesbian,
Yeah.
it got nothing to do. Well, I ain't gonna say it got nothing to do with me. It got nothing to do about me. I just got race of them, you know. Can't it's my kids still.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Is I might not want it, but that's what my kid want. I gotta support my kid. Now, family, if it's a cousin, that's their business. You know what I'm saying? That's their business. Like, but it's I wouldn't have nothing negative towards it because, like I said before, it's not me. Get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like if it's not you, it shouldn't bother you. That's just me.
All right. All right. So who wants to go next?
Think he
I'll
Sean wanna
yeah, I'll go next.
All
So
right, bro.
can
So
you repeat the thing again?
all right, what are your views on men becoming more feminine and women becoming more masculine?
So first things first, uh, definitely population decline, because if men is becoming more and more feminine, and now they thinking they're females, and all that nonsense. Now they want to just, you know what I'm saying, actually become a female, and like
Hmm.
you get the point, and with females becoming more masculine, it's kind of just don't really make sense to me. Like, why do you need to become masculine for? Like, what's the reason?
Okay,
We
okay.
live in a utopian society, especially in America, where all you got to do is just work, pay bills, eat, sleep. You ain't got to food. There isn't no active threats around you for the most part. Like,
Hmm.
I don't get it. And
All
plus,
right. Does anyone else? Oh, go ahead.
yeah, my bad, my bad. So,
No, no, no.
plus, if
Good.
you're a female, like things is already being taken care of for you. So that's
Okay, okay.
I
So
feel like,
I'm.
go
Mhm.
ahead.
No, 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 no. You good?
I feel like men are becoming more feminine and don't want to take on the manly role, but they want the results of for a man to be to exert his dominance or be masculine. You have to do the things that are kind of like expected of a man. Men nowadays don't want to do that, but they still want a submissive woman. Women are not going to be Women are not going to submit to a man if there's nothing to be submissive to. You have to do something. You have to add something. You have to contribute something. It doesn't have to be money. It could be a mental thing. You could be helping me. You could be, adding something to my life in some way, shape, or form. Some men don't add anything and still want a submissive woman. And I don't think women are masculine. I think women are more dominant now. I think women are ready to take care of things themselves. So when women are, doing things
like
that
how you said that.
thank you. I
Now,
think
I'm
that
sorry, but masculine and dominant, in my opinion, are two same things. Though, my fault.
they're not though. When you're a dominant woman, that just means that you're willing to take care of things that a man would normally take care of. Like women paying their bills, or women calling the shots on certain things. But it's like a woman is gonna be dominant if she feels like there's no man who can do that for her. You can't expect a woman to be submissive if there's no man taking care of certain things for her or adding certain things for her, because who's gonna do it?
Okay.
Because women can't just sit around. Back in the olden days, men did that without having to be told, because if you didn't do certain things, you were classified as less of a man, or you were classified as not doing your full duty as a man. Men
And
don't
vice
have
versa. Women
right,
had it the same. If you wasn't carrying yourself a certain type of
right.
way,
But women were submissive back in the day because the men gave them something to submit to. If your man is like doing things that a man is doing, it's a woman is gonna do what a woman, you know what I mean? She's gonna follow. Men lead, right? And then women, follow. But if a man is not leading and a woman is just there by herself, like nowadays, because nowadays men feel like they don't have to do certain things, which is cool, but women are gonna do what they feel like they have to do because there's no man around. So I feel like it
mm,
always starts with how the man acts. If you are a man and you want to do manly duties, a woman is gonna submit. Like she's gonna do what you want a woman to do. But you can't be a sassy man not doing anything, not adding to her life in any way, and then expect her to submit. That it just don't work like that. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Valid points.
uh,
What is a sassy?
A sassy man is somebody who is insecure, somebody who doesn't know how to lead at all, somebody who complains about everything but doesn't do shit, somebody who just always has an opinion on something but don't do shit. Somebody that just continues to act out. Somebody who whines all damn day but don't do shit. That is
You-
sassy.
You're describing a feminine man,
You basically
correct?
describe everything that's not a man.
Right. That is sassy. If you're not and there's nothing wrong. There are sassy men out there. There are gay men out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you are who you are, be who you are. But you can't be like that and then be like, oh, I want a woman to do this, that, and the third. Well, I want a man to do this, that, and the third, and you're not doing it. So how we gonna help each other out? And it's
Oh,
just
but it's real shit.
I just can't can't be
Uh,
so
here's
many
my
males in the
here's what I
household.
think. I
and it don't
thought,
have to be from only a financial standpoint. That's where men get it wrong. It could be a man could help in many different ways because you could meet a man and he's not even in the placement that he want to be in, right? But he can help you mentally. He can really help your mind. He can help your mind grow. He can help you mature as a person. He can show you different things that somebody didn't show you. But if you're not even doing that, if you're not doing mentally, if you're not doing financially, what are you there for? Yeah.
you know what men's problem is today? Now that there's like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be straightforward. Men are not doing what men need to do because there's too many men in jail. So the boys today don't got fathers who know what a man is.
Yeah.
That's for
Very
one.
cool.
That's for one.
Mm-hmm.
And now also that so if a woman don't got a man to lead, they just gonna lead themselves. That's what
Exactly.
it is. And you know what I'm saying? There's also fathers who father daughters and their daughters just know what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also that's what also fucked the dating game up. You know what I'm saying? So that's because the lack of masculinity fucked the dating game up.
Exactly.
That's why niggas are having these problems. But then again, to each his own though. You feel me? Whatever works
all
for
right,
you works for you.
There are
all
some
right, I
women.
got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead. You could continue. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wait till everyone gets scared.
No,
Talking
I was
points
just
out.
gonna say some women do like sassy men. There's always somebody out there for somebody. There's somebody out there who likes a sassy man. It's just
Not
not.
a lot though.
There's not a lot. That's what I'm saying. But there are a lot of sassy men for a limited amount of girls. That's the issue. But go ahead, Ken.
All right. So what I was gonna say is, if a man isn't in his masculine frame, or if a woman isn't in her feminine nature, whatever the case may be, how long is it worth staying in a relationship or being with that person once you realize that.
I feel like I want to answer first. I think that when a man, I feel like when a woman realizes that he's not who he says he is,
Hmm.
therefore she'll change out of a feminine frame, which will
Hmm.
to a masculine frame. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
the problem. If men, a lot of men aren't really who they say they are from the start, then you know what I'm saying? Then their character eventually shows.
And it's
Hmm.
about your demeanor. It's like if there could be the most dominant girl woman in the world, but if there's a man who's giving her masculine energy, she's gonna be soft and she's gonna submit. It's like it's a known fact. But if you're not doing what you need to do, like if you don't exhibit that type of demeanor and stuff like that, you know, or if you don't even respect you on some shit, because I feel like in a relationship, a female has to respect her partner first and foremost. If she don't respect you, if that respect factor is not there, she's probably gonna be dominant, and if she's being dominant, she's probably gonna try to bitch you out. Word. If she see that she can't, she probably will.
Right. So,
Yeah.
does anyone else have any views or points or opinions regarding this?
Yeah,
Females gotta become masculine because they don't have anyone to follow. You
I
know,
blame the
Right.
men for this.
like
I blame the men for this, 100%.
facts,
Know what I'm
bro.
saying?
It is the men,
It
literally.
got none.
Without
It got none. It got nothing to do with the woman. Cause the only woman is just reacting. Feel me? They be,
Mm.
they're just reacting. Feel me? If you feel me, like I said, to each his own. If you know what you gotta do, you'll already weed out the woman who want to be masculine, and you'll find yourself a feminine woman if that's who you really are to the core.
Yeah.
You feel me? But at the end of the
And I
day,
think. Go ahead.
and
I'm
and,
sorry.
and women will continue to get masculine because
Right.
I mean that's just the new generation. It's not gonna ever stop. You feel me? It's just gonna also with woman empowerment and feminism. It's just gonna keep going. Feel me? So don't expect it to change no time soon. But like I said, to each his own. If you know that's what you are at its core, then you'll find what comes to you. You know what that saying? What's yours will come to you. Facts.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
oh yeah, without structure and discipline, females is just gonna go rampage.
And and a large part of being a masculine man is knowing how to be a man. For example, right? People think, oh, because I'm 18, I'm a man. People think, yo, because I've been in the streets, I'm a man. People say, oh, because I got a gun, I'm a man. You know what I'm trying to say? People say, oh, I paid a light bill, I'm a man. You know what I'm trying to say? It's childish qualities that people are exuding are using to call themselves real men. If that makes sense.
Any little thing.
Let me
Any
tell you.
little thing. And it's nothing strong. It's nothing moralized that someone that it's basically people are saying they're men by doing things that a woman and a man can do. You get what I'm trying to say? No, show me discipline. You get what I'm trying to say? Show me consistency. Show me the ability to lead a group of people. You get what I'm trying to say? Over a long period of time. Show me a time where you were going through a whole bunch of things in life, but you continue to push on and motivate and be a blessing to those around you. You get what I'm trying to say? Before you try to call yourself a man.
Let me tell you something, and it's not
Literally.
even a coincidence. Because who are those qualities that we're most describing right now? We describing black men. You feel me? It's not a coincidence. You feel
Hmm.
me? It is no other race that has these problems but our own. And think about it. If we didn't have those problems, think about the position that we would be. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Because I'm not gonna lie. It's mostly because the black men weren't here. It's the black woman that's shouting empowerment, and it's the opposite of what men want. So it's just problems on both sides. It's hurting both sides of the pot. You get what I'm saying? Because women want to be this, and men ain't supposed to be doing what they doing, and now they expect the woman to do this when they just not. So it's hurting both parties. You feel me? It's something bigger at play for control. Because if we all together, they couldn't fuck with us.
Right. But the habits that we do on a regular basis, that plays a big role. Like for example, you call yourself a man, you don't read. You get what I'm saying? You
Call
call yourself
yourself
a
a
man.
man.
You don't got nothing to teach the people around you. You get what I'm trying to say? You wake up and you go on social media and you call yourself a man. You know what I'm saying? So just get it together, man. And young men that's watching this, you know what I'm saying? Males, females, you got to know what to look for with these people that's calling themselves men and women, because it's likewise. A woman, you don't turn 18 and just become a woman. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not just a position that comes easy. You're a female. You gotta really earn that title of a woman the same way that a male has to earn that title of a man. It don't just come to you just because you're beautiful, just because you look good, booty big, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
So what classifies a woman as a woman?
Coming from a woman, let's see. What do you feel like classifies or makes a woman a woman?
I feel as if just multiplying, making things better, like taking a little, making it a lot. You know what I mean? Just like things of that sort, like taking care of her. I don't know. I feel like it's all due to like perspective. Cause me, I feel like a woman is handling her business. Like a woman is like standing on business, handling her business while taking care of things at home. Just being a good multitasker. I feel like women are good at multitasking.
So
Handling,
responsibility, right?
yeah, because I see my grandmother. She worked night but took care of her kids and also made sure she fed her husband and stuff like that. I don't know about the feeding the husband thing though, like giving the plate and everything. That one was a little wild to me. Not gonna lie. I don't really think like me like serving the plate is, you know what I mean? But she did that, and as a woman, I commend her for that because that's a lot of work. She did it every night.
All right. So, does anyone has anything else to add regarding the topic that we just discussed?
But I want to know from
Is
your
every,
perspective,
as far as what?
since what do y'all feel like makes a woman? Because I just feel like I just want to know. I want to know where your head is at. Like, what do you feel like? So y'all biscuit.
All right. I think my fault to cut you off, brother. You can go first if you want.
I don't know. Go ahead, QJ. I'll
I
try.
I think I think what makes a woman is a woman that's a woman of her word. You know what I'm saying? Just how niggas be like, "Yo, you a man of your word." Someone who keeps to their word. If they say they gonna do something, they gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now, they know that there's a time and place for everything. Just how they teach us social intelligence when in school. Basically, doing the things that you need to do as an adult. I'm not talking about as far as values, because at the end of the day, for me, it's deeper than that. For me, if you know what you want to live, you feel me?
Mhm.
If you say what you need, if you say what you say, you do what you do.
Mhm.
Know what I'm saying? Just doing the basic things, and you got a family, and you take care of your family.
Okay.
You know,
So the same thing a man does.
at the end of the day, we all different, but we need each other.
Okay. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think a woman? What makes a woman a woman?
Boy, all right.
All right.
Yo, you got ID, brother?
You take the small bits and
Mhm.
pieces of a situation, you put them together. You basically you make the best out of the worst situation. You're
Okay.
honest, keep your word. When you're
Mhm.
submissive, I mean
Let me
like
ask you a question, Control. As far as submissive, what do you mean by submissive? Because I'm not gonna lie, if you ask me, for me, like what does submissive go as far as sex? What
not
does the word submissive mean? Like
not just
like
that,
fill it out.
but like easier, like I forgot the word. Agreeable, not too agreeable, but you're easy to work is what I'm trying to say. Easy to work with. You're level headed. You can think straight. You know? You just don't act like too out of character, too impulsive, all that nonsense. You have a mix of both masculine and feminine in you, which everybody does, but females got more feminine in them. But
Mhm.
literally, like you just make everything better. Like you don't bring problems. When problems do come, you end up fixing it. You make it better. I don't even know if
Mm.
it sounds right to y'all. I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying.
Nah, that's a fact. I get what you're coming from.
Yeah,
Facts. I feel
man.
like any woman that's committed to a dude should try to make things better or make things easier for his life if he's actually doing what he needs to do.
Right.
Like
Emphasis on actually doing what he needs to do.
Nah, don't get me wrong. For the guys, I'm saying there's no way you could take care for a woman or bring a
Hmm.
woman to his life if you don't know what you want. For me, if you
Right.
don't know what you want out of life, don't even bother trying to get a woman. You need to figure out your shit first.
Exactly.
How you gonna lead a woman if you can't lead yourself? Like real shit. Like how know what I'm
vice
saying?
versa. Can't even take care of yourself. You
And for women,
That's a joke.
don't be fast. Actually see a man for what he's worth. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
fast.
Don't be know what I'm saying? Like don't be fast.
like
Basically, don't be throwing that shit. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Don't.
don't be like this is advice I give like to one of my cousins and sisters, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Actually see a man for what he worth before you even be trying like give him nothing. Don't be trying to give him no for me.
Okay.
Don't even invest your time into a man if he don't know what he want. Or if
Don't
he
open
can't
up.
even or if he can't even tell you what he actually wants. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like learn how to read a man, like for me.
So don't open up your wussy wallet if he's not moving intentional.
That's a fact.
Okay. So
Sorry. Oh, God.
now I wanted to hear what y'all both thought. Saya and Ken. Like, what do y'all think a woman? So I want to hear everybody's. What do y'all think? How is a what makes a woman a woman?
Well, first off, there's many attributes. A few of them would be providing. It's you providing in a way, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not as far as like. Well, actually, you could provide. You know what I'm saying? Money to the table. You know what I'm saying? We both could build and put stack our money together and get things in life. You get what I'm trying to say? It don't always gotta be just one person doing that. If it's two people making 100,000, y'all both make 200,000. Now you know what I'm saying? So that's a
Like,
whole different bracket right there. Also, you could provide insight. So if you see your man say he want to do something but he ain't act on it, you know what I'm saying? You could provide that. Hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? Then you say you wanted to do some this is that and the third, whatever the case may be, and that'd be like that motivation or that thought or he needed because he see that you actually watching him. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So you also could emotionally protect your man, and not saying that like in front of him, but when he's not around, just speak good of him. You get what I'm saying? Speak highly of your man. You know, don't you know what I'm saying? Let anybody just talk down or blemish his name that or reputation. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially if
Mm-hmm.
he stand on good. You know what I'm saying? Providing a environment that's full of love. Being able to come home and you feel peace. You know what I'm saying? The world is already hectic. So why should I come home and I'm feeling stressed out? You know what I'm saying? Dis-ease, discomfort. So there's many ways that y'all could be a blessing. Spiritually as well. Physically, you know what I'm saying? There's many ways.
Okay.
so being a safe space for the man, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
All right.
Um,
Yeah, y'all got anything else to say?
Did we get through all the questions, Ken?
Last question. Is it worth staying in a relationship when the values don't match?
I think I think everybody. I think if values don't match, everybody has room to grow. I forgot who said someone had said that to me. I don't remember who it is, but it had me thinking. You know what I'm saying? Let's say two people have different. Hold on, excuse me. All right,
bless
I'm gonna.
you.
Um, let's say two people have different thoughts when it comes to dating. Like, let's say they feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, women should be dominant and the man feels like this separated. But then you can explain why it is things are different like this and how both parties could benefit if it should be like this way, so people have room to grow and see like that the things are like,
Mhm.
talking and communicating, being able to open your mind, even though things like the family you come from and the way I've done things aren't exactly the same. Like, for example, you may have a situation like when your family go through problems, you may not fully talk about things, but then when you with your man, you don't always talk about things because that's not what you come from. But then your man entices that like y'all have those conversations. That's a way for someone to grow in a relationship because now y'all talk about everything.
Mhm.
You know.
I feel like it depends on how big it is. Like if it's like for religion and stuff like that, like I feel like sometimes you just can't just sit there and convince somebody about stuff like that. Like I mean, obviously for what you said, if it's like minuscule like that, like um, like if your partner's not comfortable doing something or like you just gotta, show them like a different perspective or something. Cause I learned that sometimes to do deeper the perspective of everything. So, but I feel like if it's like major, like, oh, religion or point of views, like, I don't know. It's
And
like for,
as far as what point of
like,
views,
let's say, for example, right? Let's say it's an interracial couple.
mm,
And,
that's a
um,
good one.
right, let's say it was an interracial couple and the person's family, they don't like African Americans, but the person you're with, they love them. But you just can't sit with the fact that their family is like slandering your kind and stuff like that. Do you feel like that's something that could be overlooked? Sometimes it just be too big of a thing, and your partner is not like defending you on some shit, like doing like you know what I mean? Could
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that be
yeah.
overlooked? Like sometimes things are just too big to overlook or like
I think
persuade.
it's my fault, Bree, but to
Hmm.
build on what you say, I feel like nothing is worth compromising if it takes away from your self respect. Like, let's make
Yeah,
that clear. If it
yeah.
has to do with if someone can't value your self respect or doesn't respect you or your views or can't try to see where you're coming from, don't even try to compromise because at that point, I mean it ain't you. It's the other party has to take the time to understand themselves before they try to understand you. You know what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
has to do with you and you know what I'm saying? So if y'all ever have a situation like that, don't ever feel like it's you. Because sometimes most situations for me it got nothing to do like with you. It usually has to do with the other person and them not having their shit together.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, as practical as I can be, for real, I don't think it makes sense being in a relationship with somebody where your values don't match. First off, that's the standard of their behavior, right? So, however high they set their standards, yours could be all the way up here and theirs could be right there. Why would you want to work things out with somebody where y'all don't even see eye to eye on most things? So, more than likely, it's going to turn into a whole lot of argument, whole lot of disagreements, whole bunch of resent. You get what I'm saying? Because y'all don't see eye to eye. Because y'all don't value the same things. You get what I'm saying? One person might value money and cars and clothes and trips and vacations. The other person might value saving and buying houses and you know what I'm trying to say, investments. So if you trying to build something, but the next person is trying to, post sign for the gram, is, what I'm trying to say, and flex for some followers, is
Hmm.
it worth? That's basically two values not aligning. So y'all saying it's worth being together? Is it worth working it out? No, because at the end of the day, obviously we're not on the same level, we're not on the same page. Now she'll find somebody and she'll be way much happier if she finds somebody that's into what she's into. And this person on the other side would be way more happy if they find somebody who's into what they into, or whose standards or behavior matches up or aligns more with the person that they're dealing with. Because a relationship is just a connection. How can we connect if our values don't align with each other?
Facts, bro.
Um, I agree to what you had to say, but to a certain extent. Get what
All
I'm
right.
saying? So you was mentioning that values don't align, but you know what I'm saying? Actually, I agree with you completely, but like a lot of the topics that you mentioned, like you know what I'm saying, you can persuade someone like as far as flexing on the gram and like they worried about going
Yeah.
out and you worried about buying like houses, stuff like that could be, you know what I'm saying, persuade. But if they don't respect your opinion and how you
Yeah.
see things, then that's something that you can't communicate with. Cause you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, people come from like people don't come from the same cloth, so you may see something, because at the end of the day, when you dealing with a woman, you're not dealing for what she can what she can provide you. You really dealing with like her character and her looks. You already the one with the plans.
All right,
She's
let me ask you something. So
uh
when you're
huh.
dealing with somebody where your values don't match, is it getting you closer to whatever your end goal is or whatever goals you're trying to reach faster or slower?
But sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes a person is put in your life because you have like minuscule attributes that you need to change. Like for example, to add on to your what you said about, oh, like let's say if you're into saving and somebody is into spending, you could be put in that person's life to show them, hey, yo, you need to save. Sometimes when you sit down and you show somebody something and you show like the benefits of something, they can change that around. Sometimes the
Mm-hmm.
come into a relationship being that can change because of the impact that somebody has on you.
All
Like
right,
I'm gonna get a
which I,
little personal. For me,
mhm.
I'm more into stacking my bread. But like for me, but when I'm dealing with my girlfriend, she like to go out, do this, that, and the third, and I have to let her know we build or something. You get what I'm saying? Like we don't
All
got
right,
like there's a time and place for everything. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Not
so
everybody like I said, like people come from different cultures, so they don't see things how you see things. But if they can respect your opinion, then they can be spoken on. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So basically, y'all end up getting on the same page more
But
than
it
more
take a
than
little
likely,
bit
right?
more time. It take a you got to know who you dealing with, and
Yeah.
as long as they respect you, I can always say 9 times out of 10, if as a like for any dude and they got a woman that they like, and that and they come with good character and good values, even though they don't come with like the same type of money values, if they could speak on it and she could
Hmm.
listen and understand. I mean, he or she ain't he won't have that bigger problem if the end goal takes a little longer, because he understands that his woman can listen and understand.
Because
Mm.
sometimes the way that it really does work is if the man sees value in the woman, like not immediately, but when he meets her, sometimes it takes a man to see the value in somebody. She may not have it all together, but you see the value that she can bring. You see like
Mm.
how she grow as a person. So sometimes seeing that value alone can make you want to help or work with somebody.
That's
Mm.
Yeah. But again, sometimes if the value is too big, I feel like sometimes it cannot be overlooked. I do strongly feel like that. But sometimes the value can be too big. Like,
So basically, what y'all saying is it don't have to perfectly line up, but it's okay to have certain values that we don't, certain values that we don't. But as long as we can come to some sort of agreement, it'll be okay.
yeah.
But
that.
this is the question though: if y'all values don't match, meaning that we can't come to agreement because this person's stuck on looking at things this type of way, and that person is stuck on looking at things that type of way. We're
Yeah,
not
it's
talking
like
about changing it. We passed that.
yeah, it's like if like we can't get to a solution, it's like nah, what we doing? How we gonna move forward? And if we can't move forward, it's like I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it my way. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you could
All
get
right.
on that type of timing. But like, you know what I'm saying? But if not, with respect, we may have to see other people. You know?
And again, it's just seeing the value because when you first start talking to somebody, I ask those basic questions. So that's
Right.
basically seeing like, oh, if your values and everything match up. And from then on, after that, if you when you ask them person those questions and if they don't align, then it's up to you to dead it. Like that's really what happens when you're like trying to talk to somebody. Y'all ask each other questions, see what's going on, and if y'all don't ask those each other those deep questions to really see to get to know somebody in the beginning, because that really be the issue. A lot of people don't get to know people in the beginning. Then when you get into something, you're like, damn, who's this? Our values and everything really don't match. Like you could just start off being based off of lust. Y'all could do that. Y'all could really like that with each other. And then when y'all have to sit down to get to know each other, it don't match. So then you're like, damn, what do we do? Because we really like doing this with each other, but we just
They
don't
go
agree.
they go deeper than that, you feel me?
So yeah, it could be a tricky thing, but you got to get to know who you talking to for real.
Mhm.
You know what they say, never go into science till you know what you're doing. Can't do something unless you know the lay of the land.
Word.
All right. Well, is there anything anyone else would like to add?
Saya, Kashawn,
Sure, y'all basically said like everything I was gonna say though. If I had a gun pointed at my head and I and I had to say something, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all's values and stuff don't add up, relationship isn't gonna work. Imagine you and one person on a boat in the middle of the ocean. You're trying to swim left. Well, you're trying to paddle left, and they're paddling the opposite direction. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And especially if they're stuck thinking whatever ways that they're thinking, and if it doesn't align with you and your goals and your values and things like that, it's just not gonna work out.
But what if that different perspective helps you though? What if you guys are stuck in the ocean and you try to swim left, but then she's like, no, let's swim right, and she actually ends up helping because her perspective wasn't the same as yours.
It
can,
could be that, or it could be they run into a shark.
can I add that a lot of the different perspectives that we come with is basically is a lot of it is based off ego. You feel me?
Actually.
So if people could release that ego and see what it actually is, see what both sides, then a lot of things could be communicatable.
Wait, what do you mean by ego? Like, what is the ego?
Like you know how
Like
like you too caught up in yourself.
yeah, like yeah.
You too caught up in how you see it. Meanwhile you can't see how another person see it, and you won't care to hear because you think that you're right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cause it's like what you said. Like imagine, like back to your example, you like saving. You like saving because you want to build on something. But then the person like spending because you're like, yo, you don't know if you're gonna die today or tomorrow. So why not just enjoy life? So it could just be. It's really just based on perspective. Now, if y'all didn't let go of that ego, and just say, oh, this is this and that is that, you would never know why that person thinks the way they think. So ego is like a big thing with people. They be standing, especially now with like the social media era,
They want to
everybody
flex.
has an
They,
opinion.
that's all they ego. You know what I'm saying?
That's called
They
ego.
feel like they got something to prove.
Yeah.
Mm, alright. So I think it's
Yes.
ideology problem when it comes to that.
That's a $10 word. Real shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So again, thank y'all for joining another week's podcast. I'm Ken.
I'm
Sean.
Q.
Free.
Feel me? That side down in the corner. He don't got his camera on.
Yeah.
You feel me? But we
Alright.
out. We see y'all next week. But
Alright.
Peace.
peace.